Shemai, hello. So, today I'm going to be playing Slay the Princess. Now, I do have to admit something a little bit here. This is a game that I have played before, a little bit. Um, I should probably read this bit, shouldn't I? Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. So, as you can see from the continue and load, this is a game that I have played before. However, what's the best way to describe this? Because I've only played it for a little bit. I can only describe it as I've done like one full loop. And after I did that, I then saw they were releasing like an extended edition. So I kind of left it. It turns out I've left it longer than I realized, because I did check when my save data was. It turns out the last time I played this game was January 1st, 2024. So it looks like I played this on New Year's Day, and that was the last time I played it. So yeah, I put 5 hours into it, so I think there's still like absolutely shit tons I haven't seen. But I kind of just wanted to like get up, because if I don't want to be sitting here, and if there is something that I've seen before, I don't want to be sitting here pretending to be like surprised and gasping, because that's really obnoxious. Okay, I was kind of hoping this would like show me like the things that I've already done, but I guess not. So I guess that's good then. I guess that means I haven't seen as much as I thought I've seen. Or not, because I've definitely started the game before. Okay. Oh, these must be all the different ones. Okay, that makes sense. So, in terms of like how much of this content I've done then, a full run, as far as I could tell, was 4. So, at the very most, whatever ones of these I've unlocked, I've only done 4 of them. So I've really only seen like maybe 15% of the game, which is good. Anyway, I figured this would be a fun game to play while recording. So, let's get to it. Oh, and I haven't said, I'm Gwythe, hello. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I forgot about the parallax, that's so cool. I don't remember these buttons here being at the top last time. Okay. Okay, save. Let's save over that. Oh, can we save there as well? Cool. We'll save in slot 1 as well, yes. Okay, return. What is this? Options. Makes sense. Fast forward. Oh, okay, and fast forward and skip. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Oh, I mean, I forgot how many options it gives you. Holy shit. Right. Let's ask some questions. Do I get some kind of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Okay. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Oh, that progressed
You make
things,
your way
okay.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I was kind of thinking that, like, okay, I guess explore. I thought explore would kind of push the story forward, but I guess explore keeps you in the current scene, and the ones without explore pushes you forward. I remember there was something like that, so I think I just got it mixed up.
A warning before you go any further.
Great.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We can't blame her for that, though. To be fair.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I don't even have any explore options. Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So I still haven't decided if I want to kill her or not, but I'll take it just in case, just so I have the option later.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It's me.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Shall I... Maybe I should just be up front. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Okay, she sounds a bit too... Okay.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Yeah, she sounds pretty prepared.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Oh yeah, I wonder if I could have said that if I didn't grab the knife. What? No way would you even think that. Should I just start gaslighting her? Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna try and bamboozle her.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Okay, that's fair. Also, I did say I was here to kill you.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
I'm not letting go of the knife.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm gonna keep hold of it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Okay, when you say things like that, though, it makes... like, in an in-universe context, if I was in this room, I would be starting to think that maybe I should stab her.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she does kill us?
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
So I'm already dead then.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Yeah, I'm not dropping it.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Should I just wait here? Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
let's just stay here staring at each other forever. Stare at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting fiercely.
The narrator doesn't sound happy with me.
She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you? You'll have to blink eventually. Just make a choice.
Oh, now I do have to make a choice. Okay, right, the stabber. Slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
She looks like she's about to deck me.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
She's just full on curb stomping me.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Okay, so just next time then, I'm just gonna come straight for you.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, if you didn't know this before, you've probably kind of figured out by now. You might have even figured out when I mentioned having played this before and doing like 4 loops or whatever. This game's essentially just a cycle where you keep going round and round. So, obviously, when I went into that, I knew that when I went in to go see her, I knew that I was probably gonna die because you usually do. I don't know if there is a way to not die. But after, like, at this point now, we don't really know where it's gonna go. It's gonna be, if you don't know, you'll see soon enough.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay, I kind of forgot that the voice knows as well. That's good to know.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
So at least I have the voice with me to kind of keep me company. At least he knows we're in a loop.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Yes, and that was the other thing. You pick up extra voices as you play. So like depending on like what happened to you, you essentially pick up little not visitors, but little extra aspects that come along for the journey. It's so cool.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her, but slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
So now we have the hero and the broken. I guess getting stomped to death affected my character more than I thought. Okay, so we got a few options. So we explore one should keep us here, though. This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
You're a liar. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really already did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Point.
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Yeah, but what is she going to do, like, in that particular scenario? She's just going to fist fight everyone in the world to death? Like, if she's capable of doing that, just, like, judo throwing everyone in the world, like, at that point, you think she kind of deserves to take over. Like, someone should be able to shoot her with, like, an arrow at least. But if she just, like, CQCs everyone, puts them in submission holds, taking on all the king's horses and all the king's men, it's like 1-inch throat punching them all. Like, actually, I want to go back to that. Let's go back to that. Send me back, narrator.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
You died once and you've already... I was about to say you've already broken, but I guess that's kind of your whole thing, isn't it? You are the voice of the broken after all.
Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's... Maybe we should come up with a battle plan. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. All she did last time was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I do like to believe that she just left that cabin and just started suplexing people.
We're not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
No, you are being a pessimist. I mean, we came back to life.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
Pledge yourself to her? I don't remember. Was that a thing I could do before? Like, when I last played this in like, I know this game got like a really big update, even to the point they changed the name of the game from Slay the Princess to Slay the Princess Pristine Cut. I don't remember ever having the option to do that. Although maybe I just didn't follow the route that would let you do that. Yeah, who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I am a special boy.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Tell me, look at this mouse cursor. Isn't that not the big gnarled fingernail of someone who isn't special?
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
That's the spirit. I'm gonna say she killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen? But I guarantee the narrator is just gonna be like, well, you should listen to me.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Tell you what, narrator, I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna walk in, kick down the door, roundhouse kicker. Let's go, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time.
Man does have a point.
She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Proceed to the cabin.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Don't make me feel bad for you, bro.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I think I've definitely already stumbled upon a path that I didn't see last time. I recall the cabin would change, like every loop, but I don't think I've ever seen this before. The mirror is like was usually like a consistent thing. It's like this entire room has never been this grand before.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's so far up.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
But wait, okay, I assume the room is big and we're not just tiny, right? Yeah, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
The altar? That's not an altar, that's a goddamn column.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
Man, just because you're miserable doesn't mean the rest of us are.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Does this not look like the finger of a normal man?
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
This guy's gaslighting me. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
So, as you can see, I'm some kind of thing. Even having played this, I either don't remember, or I just never figured out what the fuck I am. Like a lizard.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
I don't know if the voice of the broken knows what we are, or if he's just, like, got such, like, low self-esteem that no matter what we saw, he'd be bummed the fuck out. Yeah, let's talk about the cabin. Now, we haven't really acknowledged that, have we? This whole cabin is different than last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Right, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Alright, let's get in there. Oh, that's so cool.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Booming?
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Okay, yeah, I've definitely not done this one before.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
I'm gonna have to rein in this guy. Because he mentioned not to pledge yourself to her. Like, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to try and like the broken is gonna just try and like make me.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down.
Yeah, we should definitely be concerned about this.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
She literally looks like some kind of giant god figure. That explains why he said not to pledge myself to her. She's huge! Jesus. Not gonna lie, second pledging myself sounds pretty good right now.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
What's my knife even gonna do against her at this point?
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
I said I was gonna listen to the narrator. She kinda bad though. That's the problem. She kinda bad though. I died because I didn't listen to the narrator. I'm gonna have to listen to the narrator. Tighten my grip.
As if on command, the
What?
blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
I didn't... I pressed the right one, right?
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to
Yeah,
us?
yeah.
I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence.
Okay, I don't think I'm in control of this anymore.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
If I say no, am I even gonna have the like? It's just gonna make me do it anyway, right? No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Oh
Your legs
shit.
buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Okay, the fuck can I even do about this?
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death?
The man wouldn't let me leave.
Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I have a feeling if she wanted to force me to say, she probably could. That or the broken's gonna start babbling. No. Yeah, eat shit, no.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Oh, don't beat me to death. I'm susceptible to that.
Pick up that needle.
Oh, don't make me stab myself.
Do it. It's what she wants.
Oh, bro, you're not gonna be like this the entire loop, are you?
No objections here.
What?
I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Can we, like, throw it?
As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, there are, like, options here, but, like, I can't pick them. Maybe I can, like, fight back? Like, later on? Why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about that divine hand. Who's doing this? Is it her or is it you? Can I, like... Okay, pick up the blade, I guess.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Bro, you're cooked.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
I'm gonna kneel here forever. I wish I could pick these options. Stand, I guess.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Does she have a crown? That's kind of cool.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
She looks so cool.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
No, I'm gonna throw it at you.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
And, that makes it sound like I'm just gonna stab myself. Okay. End this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
No.
Your hand
Don't
lifts
do
the
that.
blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
I don't think I'm gonna have a choice. Oh! Slay the princess! I have a slay the princess button. Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
I'm listening to your boss. We'll do it.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
Oh god, what's she gonna do?
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
Don't do that. I need those.
I'm sorry.
Bro, you better not do this.
Don't.
Oh,
As you
for
take
fuck's
another
sakes.
step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Jesus.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
I don't think I've ever encountered a princess like this powerful. Like, all like the runs that I did on my first playthrough, like at the start of last year, I don't think any of them held this kind of power. This is quite the first one to run into.
It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
Oh, so this is the Broken doing this to me.
I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist,
Oh,
struggling
shit.
to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
So it really was the Broken who was, like, slashing me. Okay, I didn't realize they could, like... I know I was saying it before, I didn't think they could actually take control of my body. Good thing the heroic one's actually here to help me out, but I think it's probably too late now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
I gotta slay the princess. The narrator, like, we died because we didn't listen to the narrator. Let's go, slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
Okay, that seems a bit rude.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
This guy's gonna be an absolute detriment to us for the rest of the loop. I actually... okay.
Stop.
Okay.
As you finish crossing the room, You fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
I didn't think she was this big.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
I hope the broken doesn't, force me to accept.
Well, that's the meaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
I don't know, man. I feel like she could just, squish me with her finger at this point. There's a pledge yourself to her button. He said don't do that. He said not to do that. Slay the princess. When I started this, I said, narrator man, I'ma listen to you. And it's worst thing is it's tempting. It's tempting, but I need to follow through. Slay the princess.
No. Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
Yeah.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Oh, that would cane.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Okay, I guess I haven't, okay.
We can do this, can't we?
I don't know, she seems pretty confident.
You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness. Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You
heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can
God.
strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
She just... Wait, so her entire finger lifted my chin. That's not gonna hit me in the chest, that's gonna hit my entire goddamn body. I'm about to get fucking pancaked.
Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain,
Alive.
unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Oh, you dying too? You dying with me? Bitch.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Yeah, I have that effect on people.
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
Ah, shut up, you.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
If anything, you're back to normal now.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear as the two of you perish together. I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
I mean, as far as things go, at least we completed our task this time.
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something, I guess. Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Wait, did I win? Nope. Nope, right into chapter 3. I guess we did. I guess not.
On a
Okay.
path in the woods. And at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Yeah. Okay. This might be I want to pause it. I want to pause it so I can save it and move it into like the next into like the next video. But that just means when as soon as I start the next one, it's just gonna start with this man wailing. But okay, bye. I'm gonna save it. You have a good one, and next time we're gonna be listening to ASMR, Voice of the Broken wailing 24-hour loop by Sharp. Jesus.